I got a question here from Christian. So his question is, how do you estimate your total per job cost? I'm guessing he's referring to price. Christian, if you want to clarify that, like how do you price jobs? Is that the question? Or is it how are you keeping track of costs? Because those are really two different things.
Honestly, both of them kind of receive a similar answer just because of how we do it. And we use ProLine because we've put the time in on the front end for our proposals. All of our costs are built into every template. So, for instance, if Josh, my sales guy, goes to a job, it's a shingle roof, re-roof, there's a template with all of the material he'll need for that. All he's got to do is plug in proper measurements, amount of ridge, the amount of starter, the amount of hips, the amount of valleys, whatever, total square footage. He just has to plug in these 8 to 11 numbers, depending on the job. He plugs those in. He can't screw it up. We have that, inside of ProLines that got a great setting to where we can set these margin numbers to where he can't go less than a certain percent on margin. So I allow my guys currently to go to 25% gross. Now we start at 30%, but if we have to go to 25 to sell a particular job, I do let them do that. He typically doesn't go less than 30%. So as long as he can read a tape measure or order, like an Eagle View type of report and just plug in the measurements that the report or the tape measure gave him, it's right every time. Like there's not anything to screw up. Our margin is built into the cost of labor, and our margin is built into the cost of the material. So overall on a job, we make 30%. But you got to put the time in on the front end. If you're using a CRM like ProLine, put the time in on the front end, get your material pricing from your supplier, plug all that in to the penny, and then only set margin stipulations on what your sales guy or what yourself can sell at. And then that way, if you sell a job, you should never lose unless catastrophe strikes or something. But overall, you should never lose.
Our out of the box templates for ProLine have almost everything set up. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a few things you might have to change, but we got everything covered in there right now. More so than, when you started, Scott, the calculations are all in there. The measurement fields are all in there. It's all customizable. You can go in and change it however you want, but we have it set up out of the box to work.
Right now, to send really, really nice, accurate proposals, the only thing you have to do right now is take the out of the box templates and just edit the pricing in each line item. Maybe I pay $35 a bundle of shingles and maybe you pay $38.75. Okay, just change the 35 to $38.75. You do that down the list, you can't screw up. Anything that a CRM can do to save your company time is super valuable. We save a ton of time in many aspects of the CRM we use. ProLine, every piece of it adds up. If it's just 2 hours twice a year or 3 times a year, because it seems like price increases are more common now than ever, but that's 6 hours a year. That's 6 hours they don't have to screw with that or pay somebody to screw with that. There's a ton of value in any of those features.